This is Colin Hussey, and what you're looking at is where I live and do most of my work. I'd done an earlier tour of this place last month with my cell camera for a casting agency, but since this evening is the first anniversary of my first night here, I thought I'd treat the general public to a tour of the place with one of my Nikons that has a super wide-angle lens that I use for real estate photography. As you can see, it's quite a substantial studio. It's also an upgrade from where I used to live for 30 years. It includes a very large closet big enough to fit my bed, so behind that curtain is where I sleep, which gives me plenty more room to play in. Mounted across the entrance to the studio is a sound curtain to dampen the sound for audio work. It gets taken down when not in use. Same with this comforter covering the kitchen entrance. I've also got more sound baffling on the wall right there. This bit of wall I intentionally leave blank. I stand in front of it for on-camera work. And I generally shoot with this Nikon D7500, and I have an off-brand mic mounted atop it, but most times I use a clip-on mic. For audio work, audiobooks, cartoon characters, auditions and the like, I have an Audio-Technica microphone housed in a Porter Booth Pro sound box, and it is patched into my desktop while I record and edit. What else? All these posters you see right here are my design for shows over the years. And this includes the very first poster I laid out for production that I produced back in 1996 at the now defunct 450 Geary Theater, which also used to be the home of ACT's school. What else? This is some of my library, and there's some more of my library there, and a bit more of it in the kitchen. That is a picture of my maternal grandmother as a young woman. Her name was Evelyn Mondini, Ed Mondini being her third husband, third time's a charm. As kids, we knew her as Nana. That bit of artwork is by Robert Yarian, who was on the faculty of Holy Names College, my alma mater. And over here, we have a political cartoon by Lou Grant. When he was alive, he worked for the Oakland Tribune way back when. I took a class with him back in the early 80s. No relation to the TV character played by Ed Asner. And what else? Ah, yes. I'd be remiss if I failed to mention my grandmother Hussey, a well-traveled woman originally from Yorkshire. That is Nana's sister, Aunt Marge. And one last thing. This lovely tribute plaque by a dear friend of my sister's. To the left is her as a toddler with my dad. To the right is her as a grown woman, and in the middle are some lyrics to a song she recorded way back when. Let's see if I can get a closer look at it there. And that is my place. Thank you for your time.